defense, you've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. Caught left side. Here's Dell.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down.
A give up the middle. Jenkins.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Sanders. He's got his target. That's complete.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll run with a 2nd-round pick from April's draft.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Pretty effective run there. Now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
They go play action now. Sanders. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
They'll go. Here's Sanders. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Here's Sanders. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
From 4 yards out.
And the Browns are on the board here first in the season opener.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Browns 7, Buccaneers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And they finally get to it out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 46.
A solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield.
Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
At the 36-yard line.
Once again, Judkins.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Now 3rd down and 7. From the shotgun, Sanders.
And that will be incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
32-yard line.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And the defense closes quickly there. We'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Sanders. That's downfield. He's got Phantom. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
On 1st down, here's Judkins.
And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 9. To throw is Sanders. He'll swing this out to Jenkins.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Checks it down to Jenkins.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 23. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That's good for a Browns first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll give it to Jenkins.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll stay on the ground with Jenkins.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now a toss left side for Jenkins.
A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
An inside run with Jenkins.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And it's caught.
And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score.
Quinshon Jenkins
Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Buccaneers, nothing. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Here's Mayfield.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They defer to White out of the shotgun.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. Mayfield looks to throw.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Browns are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
A toss to Judkins, running right.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Ready?
A give. Here's Judkins.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. The loss resulted.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
Here we go. Shot. Gravity line. Ready?
They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders. He's got a man. That's Bond.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
The 26-yard line.
Ready?
On the handoff, this is Judkins.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Browns are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The drive starts with a run by White.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They go right back to White here on first down. Dances by him.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Mason Graham
able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Mayfield.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Intercepted. It's a turnover on downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Cougar nice.
Sanders. Open man. He completes it to Judy.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
13 yards on the play. And the Columbus.
They'll run from the gun. It's Jenkins.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
From the gun, it's Sanders. That's going to be caught by Judy.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. To throw now. Here's Sanders. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Throwing, Sanders. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, it's going to hurt on any down. But really the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
And he will finally be taken down up at the 43. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that
one. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They go play action. Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw, Mayfield. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And taken at the 46. And touchdown! 51 yards there on the return punt. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And as soon as they hand the rookie his playbook, they say you better make your mark on special teams if you want to hang around. I'd say returning one for a touchdown will definitely leave a memory.
Yeah, that's a pretty indelible mark here early on in his career.
Buccaneers, nothing.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke the